Hello friends, you are welcome. This is Soft Reason. In the lesson of today, or the presentation, will be on Revit Structure. And we'll be looking at how to model a simple steel structure of this kind, and also to show you how to actually start with Revit Structure. So I will want you to like and share this lesson. Let's start. Alright, so when you open Revit, the first interface you see is this one. So you just have to navigate to new, click on new. Then in the new project template file, you select metric structure. If you are in a country that uses Imperial, you also select the Imperial structural template. So I select metric, click on OK. Now you selected metric structural template. Interface has come up. The Revit system has configured this interface to structural elements. So if you try to carry out any architectural element like architectural wall, now you may not necessarily see them, as in they won't be visible. So we want to proceed by deleting the analytical level. Now why I'm doing this is because I don't have any need for this for now. Alright, and Revit is not an analytical software, but it is a software that can model what can be analyzed in other analytical software such as StatPro, Robot, and as well ATAP. So quickly we will be setting in the elevation first. So I will go to the south elevation, double click. You will have a levels just like this. So I will be adding more levels to this one. So what I will do quickly, I will click on level, but by then I want to change this level 300 to 500. I will tell you in a minute why I am doing that. So after which I want to pick on this level icon. So once you pick on it, the first thing you need to do is come to this place, plan view, click on this plan view. Now you can see select views type to create. So you can see ceiling plan, you can see floor plan. So I'm considering only structural plan. Okay, so I click on OK. Then I will pick line, come to offset and provide an offset of 4000. I'll have that. Okay, as the third level. Having that as the third level, I want to also provide an offset of 1000. An offset of 1000. Just like that. And I'll have that here. This is the fourth level. I will have to edit this level so you understand it better in a minute. I'll also provide an offset of 2000. And I'll have it here. Just like this. So these are the required levels. So now I want to edit the level. For me to do that, I will deselect this command and then double click here on level just like that. Or I will just click on this, be able to hold down on this elbow, alright, to shift it so that it will not mess up the whole thing. I'll hold this one, pull it up just like that. I'll click on this level to change it. This level I will call it 0F, which is my foundation level, and this level I want to call it 0G, that is my ground level, meaning from this point to this point is the foundation depth 1 meter. Alright, so for this level I want to call it 0FF, which is my first floor level. Then this level I will call it 0R, which is my roof level. Click on yes. Also I did this level to call it apex level, just like that. So I've set my level successfully. Now all I will need to do is I will navigate to the 0F level, which is the foundation level. I want to start placing grid lines for this structure. So I click on grid. Once I click on grid lines, I will be able to place one here at first. Just like that. I'll pick this, meaning I have to provide an offset. I need an offset of 4,500. Sorry, I want to make it 5,000 millimeter, and I'll have those two offset just like that. Alright, after which I'll pick a line again. I want to be providing grid lines in this direction, which is the horizontal direction. You can see the offset 5,000. I've not removed it, so just make it 0. So you can have a grid line in the X direction, just like that. Then you change the numbering. This time around, you have an A. Click on it, and then you offset it 4,500 or use 4,000, just like that. Click B, C, D, and E. So this is the required offset. I can just click here and then be able to adjust this grid so that it will be model enough, just like that. I'm okay by that. I decided the command. So after which, the next thing I'll be doing, I will navigate to the ground level, which is 0G. Now I want to be placing the stanchions. Now I will go to the structural tab, just like this, and then I'll click on the column. Once I click on columns, I'll be having this universal columns 305 by 305 by 97. So for the sake of this lesson, we're considering this column, so I will just select that column. So that column being selected, I can't. If I try to place this column here now, you will notice that it will not be visible. So you just have to on this. Alright, now it is now visible. Alright, once you enable define, it's not visible. So now you can use the spacebar key to rotate it either way, just like this. Alright, and after which you can be able to set your top and bottom constraint, but we will do that after you must have placed it. And so there are two ways to place this column. You can use at grids, this one, to place it, or you can place it manually. Alright, at grids, we click on grid line. You can just select this grid line. Let me say I select all of this grid line, and I select this one. You see, it's been placed successfully, but the direction is what I don't like. Alright, so I can just hit on the spacebar to change the directions of the orientation of the columns. So after which I click on finished. So it is the fastest way to place columns. So you can do also that in this direction. You click on this grid, then you select the whole of this grid, select this one. At the point of intersection, it will be placing the column. Hit on the spacebar to change the orientation, just like this, and click on finished to finish this. So we have successfully placed the columns in the required grid lines intersections. So after placing this column at the grid intersection like this, if you go to the south elevation, you will notice that the top constraint is just the OG level, which is the ground level, and then the bottom constraint is the OF, which is the foundation level. And I don't want it like this, so I'll go back to the foundation level. Alright, select all of this column just like that. It's been selected. Now if you come to the property of the column, you notice that the base level is the foundation level, while the top level is the ground level. So I want to be extending this top level to the roof level, this one. So I'll click on that to have that. Click on applied, so it's been extended to roof level. Then for the base level, I want to extend it to ground level. So this is what I actually want to click on apply. So that is done. Now on the foundation level, you are no longer seeing the columns, but if you come to this OG, which is the ground level, you will now see the columns here. All right, so this is how it actually works. All right, so what we will now be doing is, if you go to the south elevation, you will be having something of this kind. Okay, so we want to place rafter now, and so for us to be able to place rafter successfully, we will be picking a grid. We will be picking a plane, and we will be picking that plane from the grid line that is close to the south elevations, and so which is the grid line E. So I will go to the south elevation, and then I'll deselect this command, then come to set plane. I will click in this drop down menu and then select grid E. That is my plane, reference plane. Okay, click on OK. Alright, after which I'll go back to beam, select beam, and so I'll be considering this beam, this 305 by 165 by 40. So let me check if there are other ones that I can't also consider. So let me consider this one. So I'll just have to pick, so anything I'm drawing now, anything I'm placing now is going to be under grid line E. So I'll click this point and then click that point to place the rafter. Then pick that point, deselect that, pick beam again, pick this one and this one. Alright, to have my rafter just like this. Okay, and so I could have be able to extend this rafter or set this rafter in such a way that, like for instance, if I come to this G justification now is stop. If I click on this point and then I take it button, you will notice that this will goes up. Alright, just like that. So by so doing, I can hold it there and then be able to extend it just like that. But if I do that during connection design, it will actually not work properly as I expected, and so I will have to undo this. Alright, and as well undo that so that it will be in the original positions, just like this one. So you do the undo again to have it like this. So having it like this, you can now check it in 3D how it actually looks. So in 3D you'll be having something like this. So you can as well go to the roof level, which is OR. It is not actually showing at the roof level, so you can check it at the apex level. Not there. Okay, go to the roof level, enable, fine. That is it. So you can select this, hold the control key and select this as well, and then you can be able to pick on the copy tool, pick this point and take it to this point, that point here. Alright, so you can select copy again, this time around enable multiple, so that you can place it along the columns just like that, and then you can go to 3D to look at it. You'll be having something of this kind. Alright, so after having something like this, what you now need to do, if you go to, you now have to go to the, want to place a kind of a platform at level, at first floor level. So you navigate to the first floor level and then you go to beam again. Alright, using the same size, you pick this point to this point, just like that. Enable this, fine, so you can see what you actually placed, just like that. And then you place another one too here. Okay, placed one, pick that one too, and as well place this one. There will be another one that will actually run that way. Alright, so after placing these beams successfully, just like this, alright, I want us to now use you go to structural tab, we'll be using beam system. So how do we do that? You go to this place, select beam system. Once you select beam system, you come to the beam type, then click on the drop down menu. Be considering this one 254, click on it. So once you click on it, you try to place it, so you'll be seeing the series of beams just like that. But you can just make sure that your justification is center and the layout rule is fixed distance. At this fixed distance, you can make it 1500. Alright, then you'll be having something of this kind. So if you also change it to 1200, you can't as well have something of that. So if you make it that 1.5, let's go by that 1.5. Sorry, 1.5. You placed it there, just like that, and as well as that. Okay, so after which you click on modify. You can check what you've done in 3D. So you'll be having something of this kind. If you enable shaded the model, and you have something of this kind, just like this. Alright, so the next thing we'll be looking at is the foundation. So for us to be able to place the foundation successfully, we will navigate to the foundation level. At this level, we will be placing the pad footings. So click on the pad footings. You'll be having a pad footings of size 1.8 by 1.2. So we can edit this by clicking on the edit tab. In the edit tab property, you can change this 180, or before you change it, you duplicate it. Give it 120, 1200 or 1200 by 1200, just like that. Click on OK. Be duplicated that, you can now come to the length and also change it to 1200, and then the footing thickness, you just leave it at that 450. Click on OK. You can also use the grid system. Let me check if it will work for columns. Select that, select all of this one, and select this one. So it's being instructed. Alright, do the same thing here. Sorry, you are supposed to finish it before you continue. Click on this to instruct that column. Click on finished, just like that. And for this one, pick the grid system, select this one, and then select this grid. It will be instructed just like that. Click on finished. So once you finish that, modify to deselect the command. Click on the 3D to actually look at what you have done. So you have placed something like this successfully. We need the columns under this stanchion, because it is the column that will be transferring the load to the foundations. So we go back to the OG, which is the ground level, this level. Alright, at this level we will proceed to inserting structural columns. You click on the column icon straight away. So once you click on this, you will be asked to save the project. I don't want to save the project now. So once the column is activated, you will have to navigate in the column property. In the drop down menu, you'll be able to select rectangular columns of this size. Okay, or you can use any of this size, is editable. Alright, so once you select them like this, click on the edit tab in the property dialog. You click on duplicate, and you'll be having a column of 550, just like this, by 550 mm, which is millimeter. Click on OK. Then you edit this to be 550, and also the height of the section to be 550 as well, just like this. Click on OK. We want to be placing these columns. Yeah, so we can also use the same method of using grid. So select the grid, at grid, highlight this grid, select this one to insert the column there. You can see, I like this one as well. Alright, okay. What you need to do is you have to finish it first. So you have to highlight this one, select to place the column, click on finished. Right, you do the same thing here at grid, select this grid, fix this one, and you have it inserted just like this. So click on finished as well, and then you go to the 3D. So you have something of this kind. After which, what you will now need to be doing is you deselect this command. First, we will be adding beams here. Structural beam is what we'll be adding at the DPC level. Alright, so you go back to the OG, which is the ground level. Alright, then you activate the beam. Click on this beam. If you click in the property drop down menu, you have a beam of various sizes. So we'll be selecting this is editable. You click on the edit tab, and then you duplicate it. I will be having beam of 450, alright, by 225 mm, just like that. Click on OK, and then you have to edit this height to 450, and as well the breadth of the beam to be 225. Alright, so let's just go by 300. Okay, so you just have to rename this to be 300. rename that to be 300. That's the new one. Alright, just like that. Click on OK. We'll be using the same method to add these beams. Alright, so you just click on grids, click on that, select these grids lines, then this particular grid line, one that intersect them, click on it, it will be instructed. So these are the beams at that level of OG. Alright, you do the same thing, click on finished, and you proceed again, click on grid again. I like this one. Oh, sorry, it's not intended, you cancel that. Alright, you just have to click on grids, highlight all of these grids, select that one to intersect it along that directions. Alright, click on finished. You do the same thing, we'll be having a grid on this line, so you click, use that, select this one to insert the grid there. You can see grid at that you can see beam at grid line A now inserted. Click on finished, just like that. Click on grid again, we'll be having one at the center. Alright, click on finished again, and you go back to this on grid again. We're having one there on the grid line E, is already inserted. Click on finished. Alright, so after which you select the command and you go to the 3D to see what actually you have done. So this is it. Alright, so we will stop here for today. In the next lesson, we'll be looking at the rafter, fixing the rafter as well as the braces. Alright, that will be in the next video on this Revit Structure. So I hope this lesson have helped you in one way or the other. Do well to like the lesson, share it. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, and stay tuned for more advanced lessons. Bye for now.